Hey everybody, welcome back to our channel. My name is Connie.
My name is Josiah.
And today we're going to be watching another 3 scary shorts. The first of the 3 will be Larry by Jacob Chase. This should be awesome. I heard good things about this one. So are you ready for this?
Yes, without further ado,
let's get into it. "3:01 a.m.
And your dog's barking. Why is he out there so late? Lost and found.
Look at that baby doll. Somebody lost their baby doll.
Why pick it up?
He bored. A misunderstood monster.
This is Larry.
Oh, Larry.
Larry never gets to play outside in the sunlight. Poor Larry. Others make fun of Larry because he looks different. Oh my goodness. Look at him. Of course he looks different.
Oh, he got
Look at
black
this.
eyes. Larry just wants a friend.
Uh-oh. It looks like this guy's about to be Larry's friend.
Oh.
How he looking twice too. Like, what is that? Oh, it's moving. I don't know. What would you? I would not be out there. I'd be like, where'd it go? It's probably gonna be in there with him. Just kidding.
Then he turns back around like it's nothing.
Right. What is he, like a Wendigo? Kind of look like a Wendigo.
Larry lives behind a window.
He can see through the glass. And he in a big glass box. Why is he still reading this? Oh boy. Is there something out there? You see that over there? Oh. It's standing.
Why is he taking a picture of it?
I don't know. I guess he's trying to see if he can get a better, closer look at him. I wouldn't just be in there though. Look at that. Look at his hand. Oh. Oh. Why are you just... Oh.
That scared me so bad.
They say they can see you through the glass.
That scares me.
Oh, baby.
Huh?
I said, poor baby. Oh, I'll stay under that table. I would not get from under there.
I would even live under that table for years.
At least till the daytime.
Exactly. And the window's still open. Oh my God. It's not even his car. Oh, that's not even his car. So
You don't think so?
no, see?
Oh, they go into that car, yep. I'll be like, take me with you.
I'd be like, hey, you over there, take me with you. There's something out here that I don't know, and it's coming after me. And they
One headlight. That's a ticket.
They got paid like at least like $50 just for your headlight to come on.
That's all right.
And And then now he's out there by himself.
Oh man, it's making me nervous. And then they gonna pick the thing back up. Like, put that down.
Like, throw it away.
That was awesome. You liked it, that one. Did you like that?
No.
No?
It scared me.
Oh, wait a minute. So that was Larry by Jacob Chase. I liked it. It had me on my toes. It kept me on the edge of my seat. It was very good. What did you think about it?
I really liked it because it gave me 3 jump scares.
Yeah. This time you jumped more than I did, but it was creepy. It made me. I was creeped out. I had the creep shivers, like you said last time. And she did this because she got scared at the end. I did. It was when he came out that tablet.
Yeah.
Oh man, what you think happened when he came out? What you think why he came out the tablet?
I think that when he stretched out his arms, and then he grabbed the guy by the head and then pulled him in with him.
Yeah, that's probably what happened.
And then we just saw a tablet just sitting there,
waiting for somebody else to see it. So let us know what you
was there.
Right. And until they get a new worker that's gonna work and find a tablet. Let us know what you think about this short. Comment down below. We could talk about it.
Link down in the description down below.
Yep. The next video is going to be
Scary Field Trip Horror Stories by Llama Arts.
So without further ado, let's get into it.
Scary Field Trip Horror Stories.
Okay. Let's see what's going on in this one.
Back in high school, I took a mysteries and mythology type class, or something like that. I don't remember the name of the class. It basically just had to do with real life mysteries and creepy shit. I was into that kind of stuff. I was taking the class with a good friend, who I'll call Ben for this story. The teacher of the class took us on a field trip to a nearby abandoned village with an unknown past. The village was built in the early 1900s, but seems as though it had been quickly abandoned shortly after it was built. The bus ride there was about 20 minutes. All of us were glued to the bus windows as we pulled up some sketchy-looking, decrepit road cutting through dense forest. The road eventually led to a clearing. We were there. We stepped out onto the road, which had grass growing through the cracks. The grass surrounding was almost knee-high. Then there were the buildings. The tall, archaic brick buildings with the boarded-up windows all gave off such chilling vibes. The teacher lined all 20 of us up, counted heads, and then began leading the way. The point of this little field trip was to use the so-called skills we learned in class to see if we could put anything together about why the village may have been abandoned so long ago. Some of the buildings had holes in the walls to serve as entryways. There were even holes in the ground next to some of the buildings, seemingly dug to get into the basements of some of the buildings, which seemed creepy. There was one building though. It stood taller than any of the others. It just intrigued me the most. While the teacher was leading the group towards the village church, Ben and I decided to sneak off on our own to look for anything interesting. When we walked off in the direction of the tallest building, we saw a hole in the ground. It was dug by the back door of the building, which had been sealed off. In the hole was a ladder which led down to the concrete floor below. We both looked at each other and knew we had to do it. Ben climbed down first, then me. Luckily, this was just around the time Apple started putting flashlights on their phones, so we had a source of light. It was creepy down there. There were a couple of beer bottles, one graffiti tag on the wall, and dusty wooden planks everywhere. There was a wooden stairway which led up to complete darkness, since all windows and doors had been sealed shut from above.
Don't do it.
We had already gone as far as to enter the building, so we figured we'd go up the stairs too. I went first, and with each step, The creakiness of the 100-year-old wood made me feel as if I was going to fall through each and every step. Ben followed suit. This floor of the building was very tight. It seemed like there were many openings going off into different, smaller rooms. It was so dark in there, you would never even guess it was daytime. Ben and I were honestly starting to get creeped out in there and agreed to go back outside. But just then, there was a noise in one of the tiny rooms, like a big rock hitting the concrete floor.
I don't know why that scared me.
A normal instinct would be to run, but Ben and I froze, locked eyes for a moment, then both tiptoed over to the opening of the room.
Why? You don't do that.
We shined the lights into the room and ran. We ran back down the stairs and then up the rusty ladder back outside. We caught up to the group out of breath. We didn't say anything though to avoid getting in trouble. One of our classmates asked us what was wrong. We told him we snuck into one of the buildings. And in one of the rooms, when we shined the light into it, we saw 3 guys standing maybe 10 feet away from the doorway, facing Ben and I in a weird formation, as if they were waiting for us. As we continued following the group, we paid extra attention to the tall building we entered from the distance. And before leaving, we saw a person's face at one of the higher level windows that had not been boarded up. We never told the teacher in fear of getting in trouble. We didn't know what to think. Were those just homeless people living in there? Were they gang members in hiding? Ben freaks me out with his theory. He says they were ghosts of the people who once lived in the town. Still, the way the 3 guys were just hauntingly standing there so calmly, staring at us the moment we peeked our heads through that doorway, I still can't get that image out of my head. I may go back to that village one day, just to prove Ben's idea wrong.
Oh my goodness. He is really going back in there. Don't do it. So that was Scary Field Trip by Llama Arts. Now, I enjoyed it. I like Llama Arts. They do a lot of the animated scary shorts, and it's right up my alley.
It's kind of like cartoons, but not really. It's just animated people.
Well, same thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was it scary to you? Was it kind of creepy? Did it creep you out of there?
Kinda, because it was crazy.
What was the scariest part for you?
The boys, Ben and the guy, they should have never went into that tall building.
Yeah,
and
they should have stayed with the group, right?
Yeah, and he said one day he might even come back just to prove he's wrong.
Right, and then he gonna turn into one of them ghosts. I wonder if that's what happened. I don't know. You gotta always stay with the group. Do not go off by yourself. There's never good things happen when you do that. You watch enough scary movies to know that, right? You don't go off by yourself. Don't do it.
Because if you do, something bad will happen.
All right, so that was Llama Arts' Scary Field Trip Horror Story. The third and final short we're going to watch today is The Doll, the creepy text story. This should be interesting. Text stories and just text stories period on like Facebook and things like that, but never really a creepy one. So this would be a first for me, a first for you, I'm sure, right? Mm-hmm. Have you ever seen creepy like text stories like that? You read them and stuff?
Okay. I never read like
text
creepy
stories like this.
Yeah, I never read them because I never saw them.
Okay, so this would be a first for her for the whole text story thing, and then this will be a first for me as the text story horror topic. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, how's the house sitting going? Holy crap, tape it out dirty with no eyes. What is that? Look like a broke down Annabelle, and that is a creepy looking doll too. It's in front of your chair. Well, you probably bought it. He said, you better stop or you gonna get fired. Until yesterday morning. He was there on the counter. Are you sure? Maniac haunted doll. Would you go in the basement? Where's the light? I'm on that completely wrong side. Outside, inside, what? The dog, oh, she asked if he outside or inside. He said, I'm outside. No, it had a picture in his hand. Of what? John, tell me. Alright, it was of your sister. What? My sister's been missing all day. So that was The Doll, creepy text story. I liked it. It kept my attention. It was, I don't know, it didn't give me a lot of creepiness vibe, but I was kind of, it was good for a creepy text. What you think about that one? For it being your first time and your first one being creepy. What you think about the text stories?
I was creeped out because
what made you so scared? What creeped you out the most?
The part that creeped me out the most was that John showed a picture of a doll.
That doll kind of looked like Annabelle in a way, and it just was missing an eye. That was creepy.
And it had one big eye and one eye missing. I did not like that. I was like this reading it, and then when I saw that picture, I was like.
So, what you think happened at the end? You think the dog got John?
Mm-hmm.
I think the dog got John. I think the dog had something to do with her sister missing too.
Because John said that the doll had a picture.
Yeah. So and then something just typed in random numbers. Yeah, like it was just. I don't know. That was crazy. So I mean, it looked like somebody just had the phone and was just
typing.
Had it, yeah.
And then she said John, and then something just texts back.
Yeah.
Real words.
Yeah.
That was weird.
That was pretty good. I liked it. So we might do a couple more of those creepy text stories. So let us know what you guys think about that one in the comment section. Like the video. We'll be doing more.
Link in the description down below.
Yep, the links will be in the description below, so you can check them out yourself.
Comment, link is all going to be down in the description.
Yep, everything will be down in the description box. So I thank you again for tuning in and watching us, and we'll see you on the next one. Until then.
See you later.